Hey, I want to go back for a minute. Let me change the topic real quick. So, I want to talk about rappers.
Okay.
Let's get into some rap, baby.
Shouts out to the rappers.
We got on the phone calls. We got Young Thug on the phone. He spoke a little bit about Dirk, Drake, even calling Glorilla ugly.
Right.
And those calls, man. Do you think this should be a lesson for other rappers, or should he had already known that these calls were not secure, man? Do you see this like being a complete breakdown? Like, just from being in jail too long, like you got comfortable being in jail and just...
No, for sure. I'm not delusional, my brother. I would never stray away from the fact that I feel that Thug might have talked too much. He was talking too much. But for those people that want to hold him to the fire and drag this man down, don't you talk to your bitch too much? When you in the bed with your woman, don't y'all have conversations about some of everything? And you're not exactly watching what you say with your woman because that's your woman. Because this is a personal conversation. This isn't a recorded, this isn't a interrogation. You're having a personal conversation with a woman that you love and trust. So I say that to say that, who don't talk too much to their woman? And what woman is gonna allow a man to be her man if he don't talk to her? And let her know, yes, and let her know how he feels, and let her know what's going on, and let her know, and let her in on what's going on in his mind. So every man talk too much when it comes to their woman. Thug is a human being just like everybody else, but they want to tear him down about it. Now, I'm not saying the things that he said wasn't crazy. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, you can't drag a man down and secretly do the same shit when you with your bitch.
I know you heard the 2 songs that was released.
Yeah.
Closing Arguments. What you think about that?
I like the second half of Closing Arguments. The second half of Closing Arguments, remember when the beat switch, I'm real A&R shit. Second half of Closing Arguments, the Thug We Love.
Yeah, I like that too.
The second half. The first half was cool, but I'm like breaking it down as far as like, the first half, it was all right, but the second half was cool. Now that second song,
Miss My Dogs?
That bitch hard. That bitch hard. If they say that bitch ain't hard, they hate. That bitch hard. That bitch, he was vulnerable. He was honest. He put it all out there. And that's why we love Thug, is because of the fact that he's genuine. That was a genuine record. That takes a lot of balls to.
Is that kind of his apology?
For sure. Okay. Apologize to the people that he actually feel like he did something wrong to. Notice it was not a lot. It was certain names that were not in that apology.
How you think it was received by the streets?
I think people with it. Like, I haven't heard nobody trash that one, for sure. I just think that Thug just needs to get back to the music, rather than talk or do more interviews. I think Thug just need to rap. Just shut up and rap. I have, it's funny because, Thug didn't do a lot of interviews didn't talk. He wasn't known for doing a lot of talking before this last couple of weeks, you know what I'm saying? And I think I want to go back to the quiet Thug that put the shit in his music. Because I think it's better received from people when he puts it in his music. We can hear him clear when he put it in his music. Whoop-de-doo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, he just need to get back to the music, dog.
Get back to the music, man. Speaking of music, what about the QCP situation, man, with Lil Baby?
I know QCP.
Okay.
Not very well, but I went to his birthday party, invited me to his birthday party, stand-up individual, do great business. I met Lil Baby in the past as well. Talented kid. I think QCP said it all. He said, I'm a law-abiding citizen. Don't mix me with that shit. At what point in time can a man change his life? At what point in time can a black man get out of the trap? This trap that is designed for us to lose. At what point in time in a man's life can a man finally get the intestinal fortitude and the intelligence to say, this shit is a lose-lose, and I don't want to be a part of it no more? And go to actually living life and growing up. Because that's what I see what COP did. He grew up. Went from being a common to a grown man and became successful. What is the problem? These are the agendas and these are the traps that they try to set us for. They want to put us in a hamster wheel, a revolving door back to prison or death. At what point in time does it say, yo, I'm out? I don't want to do this shit no more. This ain't me no more. This shit ain't what it was cracked up to be. I tried it, I ain't with it no more. Man, it's time to move forward.
Did somebody just break in his house?
Yeah, not too long ago.
And he made a little statement like, hey, this ain't what you want. You come back in here. Even when you're trying to get out the streets, it's always something that might be what?
Trying to pull you back.
Trying to pull you back.
I think that's what it is. At the end of the day, P said it himself. He a law-abiding citizen. All right, brother. Law-abiding citizen. If you a civilian, goddamn it, those rules don't apply to you. But at what point in time, because people say, oh, that's bullshit. At what point in time can a brother say, enough is enough? This is a revolving door to death or jail. I'm out, and let me grow the up.
Man, I think, man, you know, what's tripped out, man, I've been kind of watching Woody a little bit.
Yeah.
And speaking of Woody, I think, man, he kind of like even maturing through this,
For
man.
sure.
Man, I even looking at him, I'm like, man, you know, he seen a lot, man, but he just fell off that bike recently, a motorcycle, man.
Yeah. Woody living, so you got to understand, Woody a rock star now. But before this shit, bro, Woody was, you know, he was in the crew. You know what I mean? Woody is a star. We have found a star through this trial. Woody is can't miss TV. Hilarious. And you know what I'm saying? Through the unfortunate circumstances, it inadvertently gave this man a platform to display his God-given talent. And I can honestly say that I have seen this man, y'all, and everybody else has too. You see this man trying to change.
Yeah.
You are actively watching a quote unquote street try to grow the up. And why are we mad at that? Why do we shun that? Why do we try to tear that down? You know what this shit over here leads to. You know it leads to death. You know it leads to you know, imprisonment. And you are seeing this man who was a habitual criminal say, you know what, bro? Boy, I'm gonna find God. I'm gonna take care of my kids and I'm gonna get me some money. And that's what I see Woody doing. And that's what he was doing when he was on that four-wheeler having a good ass time and he busted his ass. I pray Woody feel better though.
Okay, Woody, rest up, Rudy. I didn't call him Rudy. Woody. Cool.
Shouts out Lil Woody.
Okay, cool.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.